Hey guys, Uncle Ray. Welcome to another episode of the Crypto Bellwether. My number one goal right now is to find the best of the best when it comes to blockchain and digital assets. Now, we are in a bear market and a recession, and quite frankly, we probably have some time to get to stacking. Well, I'm trying to figure out which projects are the best to stack. I want the best of the best because I'm over diversified. And in my opinion, that's just as bad as being under diversified. But there are so many really good projects that it's hard to narrow it down to even 10. But we need to do that, guys. And every time I dig deep into one of the top blockchains that I follow, which is like Algorand, HBAR, XRP, Ethereum, Polygon, and Constellation DAO, and I can go on and on, I keep uncovering some of their partnerships. And when I go down the rabbit hole on their partnerships, I realize just how good of a project that may be. So that's how I uncovered this particular project. It's called PARSIQ. I believe I pronounced that right. They partnered with Algorand. Now, if you don't know about Algorand or you haven't seen my latest video, you need to check the link below because Algorand is a top tier crypto that, in my opinion, everyone should have in their portfolio. I know I'm going to stack it. I am stacking it. Now, this is not financial advice. Now, what is PARSIQ? Well, it is instant data hotspot for Web 3.0. Here's the cool thing, guys, and I'm going to simplify it, which is kind of complex. But as you know, blockchain is a wealth of data. Think about all the transactions and all the information that goes onto a blockchain. It's unbelievable how much data that entails. Well, if you know anything about corporate America, they're all about data and reports. I've worked for 2 Fortune 100 corporations, and literally it's a full-time job just to document what it is you did on your full-time job. It's bizarre. But that's only going to grow and grow and grow because of the complexity of the new technology. Well, that's where PARSIQ steps in because they basically track and condense and consolidate and organize all that data, not only for corporations, but for other blockchains and for the exchanges and everyone that can do it. So that really is a very powerful thing to offer. And that's going to grow and grow and grow. Will they corner the market? Will they be the front runners? I don't know. But I do know that they're very solid and they're creating partnerships with like Algorand and Ethereum and all the top blockchains. So whoever, whatever corporation or whoever uses it will have access to this blockchain. Now here's the cool thing. They pay like a fee, but the fees are relevant and only to the stakeholders. So let's imagine this, guys, because this is powerful in my opinion, if I understand it right. To use their technology and to deploy it into your corporation, to have access to all your data in 1,000 different ways, you have to stake their token. And if you use more data, or if you keep inquiring and setting up different avenues that you want to follow, you got to stake more of the token. I love that setup. Now, let's take a look and listen to basically what they do if I didn't make myself clear. Bear with me.
Blockchains are complex and contain huge amounts of raw, unstructured data. These decentralized systems are isolated from everything else, while outside of it is a world full of centralized solutions. There are also other blockchains that do not communicate with each other. PARSIQ is a monitoring and automation platform. We monitor any events across different blockchains in real time at scale and allow everyone to create triggerable automations between blockchains and centralized components. Put internal tasks on autopilot, increase customer experience, and foster product innovation. PARSIQ is your seamless bridge connecting blockchains to the real world. Easily apply conditional logic in the form of if this, do that.
And see, guys, that's the part I like because, not to get too technical, but that's what corporate America wants, even if it's just for taxes. And so, you know, and this is a little over my head, but, you know, if you're a developer or someone that can track data, you're going to understand, you know, if we make a transaction, where does it go? I want to see this in this file, whatever. So that's just going to, I mean, just be massive, guys, because the questions that imagine a CEO would ask for a major corporation, let's just say like Coca-Cola. Imagine the data that they need. And honestly, they shouldn't need it, but that's how corporate America sets up. So once they deploy this and they start using this technology, which from going down the rabbit hole and comparing it to others, this is, in my opinion, probably going to be the front runner. It's pretty cutting edge of what they're offering. And you can see it in what they've been able to create in the relationships they've already gotten into, like with Algorand. It's pretty impressive. Now, so the more they're going to have to stake it, and then they're going to burn through that, and they're just going to have to keep staking it. I love that, guys. I absolutely love it. Now, let's take a look at the chart. Now, this thing came out, and at the end of last year, or actually the beginning of last year, it pretty much exploded when it came out. Now, I would have thought that at the end of last year, it would have had a better pump, but it's normal for when projects come out, you know, they pump and pump and pump. The people behind it, the money behind it, they tend to take their profits. So this is normal. And they did do very well at the end of last year, but it's just fallen and fallen and fallen, just like the rest of crypto. Now, here's the cool thing. Right now, it's trading under or right at 10 cents. Now, if it takes out this old high of 350, which I truly believe, guys, if you follow their growth of building and the relationships that they're adding every single day, like with Algorand and Ethereum, in the next bull run, it should blow through that old high like it's nothing. But even if it even gets anywhere close to it, that's a 35x, guys. I really expect this thing could maybe do a 50x in the next bull run. Now, the downside is, quite frankly, that next bull run could be 18 months to 2.5 years. I hope I'm wrong, but guys, the economy is horrible right now. The global market, the global economy, the global politics, all the craziness in the world, it doesn't look good. Guys, we are going to some bad times. Now, this is not financial advice, but you need to get a plan. And if you can buy this particular blockchain, start dollar cost averaging in around 10 cents, and just hodl it until the government cuts on that printer and we start that bull run, I just don't see you can do wrong. Now, for whatever this is worth, guys, and this is my opinion, unless Bitcoin decouples in this recession away from like the stock market and the correlation with it, something's going to break in our economy. So I don't want to see you get FOMO if in like 2-3 months we happen to take off and get a 20, 30, 40, 50, 60% rally. Because in my opinion of 30 plus years of trading, currencies and day trading and flipping real estate and being around everything financial and tracking the global markets for a long, long time, no matter what happens, guys, nothing's going to be able to sustain a pump when the global market is in a recession, if not a depression. So anything that takes off in the next 2-3 months, or 2 or 3 weeks to 2 or 3 months, is probably just going to die and not be able to sustain that rally. Now, the only thing that will change that is if the Fed pivots. Now, once the Fed cuts interest rates or maybe even pauses, it could take off. That being said, it's not going to take off and hit new highs. Bitcoin's not going back to 68,000 if the Fed just cuts. What we need, or if the Fed just pauses, we need the Fed to cut, and we need the U.S. government to cut that printing press back on. Now, when you see that, that's when you know that that is for real. But in my opinion, anything that pumps at any time in the next couple of weeks, next couple of months, and we'll just have to revisit that, I'm going to short that pump. Now, not financial advice. Do your own research. But guys, go down the rabbit hole. Take a look at this project. I like it because data is important, guys. And merging old, Web 1 and Web 2 into 3.0 is a huge need. It has to be done. And that's one of the things that this project does. It merges those together. And so people will be able to compare, say, Web 2.0 data with Web 3.0, but they're going to need Web 3.0 data. And it's a lot of data. And that's the good news, because once they start staking on this blockchain, they're just going to have to keep staking and keep staking. And it's going to be consistent, guys. Every year it's going to grow. And even if they just stake a lot in the beginning and never have to grow it, right, for whatever reason, that takes it off the market. That takes supply out of the system, which is extremely bullish. I like this project. Anyway, guys, that's all I got for you. Didn't mean to ramble on like I always do. But if you haven't subscribed, please do so. We're trying to grow this community. We'd love you to be part of it. Go ahead and hit the notification bell. Hit that like button. Either way, that really helps us out a lot, and we do appreciate it. That being said, let me know what you think in the comment section about this blockchain. And if you have another project that is the best of the best, or what you think is the best of the best, leave it down below in the comment section, and maybe I'll take a look at it and do a video. That's all I got for you guys. Hit that like button and come back, be part of this community. Take care.